Sorry, you know what they say, I only have 5 seconds to get your attention, so listen up, guys, this is important, okay? Donald Trump is increasing taxes on all imported goods from China. Now, before everyone starts panicking, let me break some things down for you and keep you in the loop, okay? So this is a story, a news article that came out recently about Donald Trump and what he's doing to Apple. We're going to talk about a bunch of things, especially how it relates to e-commerce and us Amazon sellers and pretty much any, e-commerce things in general. So listen up, guys. This is going to get very important, okay? Trump suggests Apple build U.S. factories to keep prices down. Now, why does he suggest this? Let's break down this article, and then we'll get into the depths of, what this actually means in a little bit. Stick around, guys. Basically, what Donald Trump is saying, and what he's accused China of doing. Pretty much what it says here. It's the White House accused China of stealing U.S. intellectual property and forcing American companies to share their technologies with Chinese companies. Now, that is very, very true. What does that mean, though? The White House is accusing China of is stealing intellectual property from American companies and just kind of manufacturing shit in China and stealing. That's basically what it is. It's straight up theft. So let me tell you guys, a quick example of this. Basically, I don't know what it was, like 2 or 3 years ago, right before the fidget spinner trend, I'm sure you guys all remember, there was this one product called the Fidget Cube. I'll put it up right here. Maybe some of you guys know what it is. It actually came out before the fidget spinner, okay? This product was a Kickstarter, and it made a lot of money. So they were gaining traction. About a week after this whole thing blew up, China started making replicas of these products and selling them on the market before the Kickstarter even finished. Now, that right there is a prime example of stealing intellectual property. The product was patented, was patent pending. This is something that they do all the time. Now, for example, in my situation, right, when I first started Amazon, one of my first products was actually patented, and I didn't even know this, right? I did my, research, but I missed out on it. And what ended up happening is I talked to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer told me, hey, everything is all right, man. Don't worry. This is, you can sell this in the US, no problem. And then what happened? I got a patent utility complaint, and I had to take down my product. I lost a ton of money. I have a story on it on my channel. You guys, maybe I'll put it up here if you guys want to check it out. But that's not the point of this video. Basically, this is a proven fact. China steals products. China steals intellectual property from American companies, and that is true. Now, what he is doing and what Trump is proposing is to put a tariff, so a $200 billion tax tariff on every single thing that's coming out of China. This has been done in the past on a smaller scale, and it really didn't do too much, but on something this scale, it might do some things. So let's break it down further, okay? This has, this whole tariff talk got Apple thinking. They've said that basically if this does happen, they will increase the prices of their products. That's the only thing they're going to be left to do, is increase the price on the product. Now, I don't blame them. If you guys are going to, if America and Trump increases the taxes on Chinese goods, that's basically what's going to happen. Everyone is, all the cost is going to be moved down to the customer. After Apple put this statement out, this is what Trump replied, and I think this is freaking hilarious. He said, Apple prices may increase because of massive tariffs we may be imposing on China, but there's an easy solution where there would be zero tax and indeed a tax incentive. Make your products in the United States instead of China. Start building new plants now. Exciting. While that is pretty funny, and I mean, it kind of does make sense, I guarantee you that Apple, if they had this option, or if they had thought of this, right, they're a company with very, very deep pockets. They're not stupid. They're much smarter than you and me, and definitely Donald Trump, right? They know that if they would make more money, manufacturing in the US, they would definitely do it. It is a business. It's not, there's nothing about it, right? Businesses make money. Businesses do whatever they need to do to earn money. Now, obviously, with this tax tariff, it might be a more viable option to move to the US. But basically, picking all that manufacturing and bringing it over to the US just to start all over again, it's probably not something Apple would do. It would cost them a lot of money in the short term, at the short term, to move all their, factories and all that stuff. So I don't see that happening whatsoever. But these tariffs may incentivize some people, people who are doing e-commerce, to start manufacturing the products in the US rather than in China. So you're asking me now, Yaniv, how does this involve me? How is this going to affect me as an Amazon seller, or as a drop shipper, or as an e-commerce? How does this affect me, and why should I care? Well, for those of you who are serious about this, for those of you who are more serious, who actually have Amazon businesses right now, this may affect you slightly. Now, for those of you who do not have Amazon businesses and who are, just prying around, it will not affect you at all, because those of you who have not started yet, who have, I'm not talking about everyone, but I know there are people who just watch these videos over and over and over again. They gather that valuable knowledge, but they don't do anything with it. For you guys are perfectly fine, because nothing is going to happen to you since you guys have not started. But for those of you guys who are thinking thinking about doing this and who are very serious about doing this, this is something that you might want to think about. For those of you who have started, already and have your companies built and everything, stay in China. I think everything will be fine. You guys will make money. You will just pass the cost down to your consumer, like Apple will. For those of you who are starting now and who are actually looking to manufacture their products, maybe look into US manufacturing. If that is the case, you could definitely find potential manufacturers that may even be cheaper than China and you didn't even know about. So that is more building for the future, is starting manufacturing in the US. Also, you can play on that a lot, made in the USA. Americans love that, so that is definitely something you can do. And that is a huge differentiator because they do have more certification on stuff like that in the US. If you guys know about that one dude who sold like $6 million on solar clip glasses, right? He made a killing because he got the proper certifications. He's still manufactured in China. If he manufactured in the US, he would definitely get those certifications because it is like they follow the rules a lot more than China does. China's very loose with their rules and they're kind of very sneaky sometimes. So with the US, your certifications would be pretty much guaranteed. If it was FDA approved, if it was, BPA free, a lot of people kind of claim that stuff, but they really don't know because they just trust the, Chinese manufacturers. So basically what I'm trying to say is manufacturing in the US is definitely a viable option. Now, I also want to say that this is a proposed tax tariff. This is not something that has gone through 100%. I think 3 or 4 months ago, like I said, there was a smaller bill passed or a smaller tariff passed, and it actually did go through. So this one could go through. It is a lot bigger and it could affect a lot more products and pretty much everything coming in from China. So stay aware. It is, it still might not pass. For those of you who are going to persevere, find a way to adapt and just keep moving forward, those are the ones who are going to see the best benefits from something like this. A lot of people will go and because of these tariffs will not start their Amazon business because they're scared and they are filled with fear. So basically, for those of you who are going to do it, you guys are going to have an easier path to success now. A lot of people will be filtered out, those who are not serious about this. So for those of you who are, you are welcome. This is actually might be a very good thing for us Amazon sellers. Amazon FBA e-commerce in general is just in the beginning stages. Nothing like this tariff will ever be able to affect all of us as a blanket. This is the e-commerce business is just growing. They need us. They need Amazon sellers. They need e-commerce. Amazon especially, Amazon especially needs sellers like us. They want 75% of their sellers to be third party, right? They just recently stated that. This is actually going to help those who are more serious get into it and those who are more serious to succeed on Amazon. Leave a like and a comment letting me know what you guys think. Do you think this is going to affect you? Do you think this is going to affect Amazon as a whole? I actually want to know what you guys think. I will be responding to every single person. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Lots of awesome stuff coming in the future. I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace.